for a vibe. Let me get some music going. How do I?
Folks, welcome back to the place where it's pizza, wings, sports, and beer 365 days a year. Sports City Pizza Pub. And it's the biggest day of the year if you are a football fan. Obviously, Bills fans wishing we were in it, but Sports City Pizza Pub here for Super Bowl LIX.
Every night is game night at Sports City Pizza Pub, but tonight just happens to be the big game, and people are starting to roll in. We've got some fans of both franchises here already in the building. Maniacs starting to fill out. People are here for the great food, drinks, and atmosphere.
This is going to be a lot of numbers thrown around in this pregame show. My first number for you, how many TVs are currently in operation at Sports City Pizza Pub?
I think we have this conversation every time. It feels like it's got to be north 15, right?
19 TVs, all 40 inches or more. So there is no shortage of sports, whether it's going to be March Madness, whether it's going to be anything over the summer or the eventual fall when we get to football season again. But we're talking Chiefs, Eagles, Slick. What's your take on all this nonsense about a lack of hype as we get into the game?
It's interesting. That's for sure. I mean, these are two very unlikable teams. To say it plain and simple. Kansas City, I think people are just getting sick of them. Obviously, this is a historic thing if they can get the win here and pull it off. And then Philly fans are just kind of one of those fan bases that you as another sports fan just can't really get along with, no matter how hard you really try. I respect them as a fan base. I think they're similar to us with a dirtbag side to them. So
Bills Mafia can dirtbag with the best of them. I will say. I think Philly kind of made that they're the gold medal standard, the gold standard of it for sure. Speaking of the gold standard for production and all things Trainwreck Sports, let's throw it over to our guy Dreamboat over at the desk.
Oh my God,
Dreamboat, he looks amazing. How are we doing,
What
Dreamboat?
up?
How are you feeling for this game? How are you feeling for the hype? How are you feeling for these scumbag Philly fans?
You know what? I'm just gonna sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and drink a lot of beer. Just drink a lot.
That's all we can do.
You know, I'm gonna do the Super Bowl that I do whenever I don't have a horse in the race. Philly fans, yeah, listen, they're not good people, overwhelmingly. You know, we talked about this before. They're brutal. Now, I did want to bring this up. Western New York, we have kindred. You know, we're proud of the people that come out of Western New York. Do we consider Jamestown Western New York?
That's a tough one.
Or is that South Towns?
Honestly,
I know if you're from New York City and you're watching, everything's upstate.
I'm pretty sure
So
Jamestown is Cattaraugus County, no? Is that Western New York?
Jamestown gets Western New York, I think. I mean, if you play them
It's
in
on the
sports,
fringe
if you
for
play them
sure.
in sports,
I
you might as well
def-
count it.
So I played for Wheatfield travel hockey growing up, and we played Jamestown. So
Yeah.
Oh.
think
So
that's probably
I
an
bring this
indicator as
up
well.
because Nick
how we
Sirianni.
doing?
We got some Philly fans pouring
Yeah,
in
what the
here.
hell's
Huh?
going
What
on,
is
Birds?
going on?
Yeah,
Well, we got
just
some
Bird?
Bills
Yeah, there
fans,
you
we
go,
got some
there you go,
Eagles
there you
See,
go.
fans.
they're already coming
Love
in
it.
to
There is
intimidate
no-
people.
Of course, yeah. Love it, love it. Maybe we'll check in with
Well,
them
I
in a
brought
second.
up the Jamestown thing because Nick Sirianni.
Yes.
He is a James, so that's the one thing. Should we view him as like, hey, maybe the Bills don't take down the Chiefs, but someone from Western New York still can? I think that's maybe an angle I might want to ride along with. And, Saquon too. I like the fans, whatever, but Saquon, I mean, he's just such a sweetheart. He really is. He didn't care about the record. He just wants to win a bowl. He's a guy. If the Bills any team would love to have him. He's an absolute sweetheart. So,
Dude, that guy's got the legs the size of tree trunks.
Yeah, hard not to root for Saquon Barkley. The rest of the Eagles, you can make a debate. Obviously, you got Devontae Smith, former Heisman winner. You got A.J. Brown, who's kind of had ups and downs even in his time in Philly. Obviously, on the field, it's been all production. But you look at, reading the book in the first round of the playoffs and then some sketchiness there. The one thing I will say, don't sleep on in Philly, is Gilly the King with the, too short.
It's funny. Too Short's like that. Like the Golden State Warriors are on the same wave because he's a Bay Area guy. But Gilly the King, I don't know where the hell he came from. You just introduced me to him, but I love the guy's energy and the people he brings together to just that share the same common belief in the birds, and it's beautiful to see, Maniac.
Same belief in the birds. Do you think how do you think the Chiefs are going to execute against the Eagles today as we start to get into the talk about the game?
I think this Philly defense is going to struggle with the short over the middle stuff. They always seem to find a way to get Travis Kelce open in those situations, and it's just because we saw it against the Bills too. They're just so good at improvising when the play goes haywire, and that's going to kill the Eagles down the stretch. It's going to tire out the defense. The defense is going to end up on the field longer than they want to be. But Jalen Hurts in that offense can ball. Obviously, Saquon, probably the best running back in the league all year, only won in MVP talks. So I think it's going to be a good matchup. I think the Eagles can hang, but I do think the Chiefs are.
Speaking of the matchups, I think we have some personnel.
We have breaking news.
Yes, Dreamboat.
The OG Rizzler, Mike Riz, owner of Sports City, getting on here. Take the mic. Take the headphones so you can hear the
Yeah, get in here, buddy.
What's up, Rizzo? How are we feeling? Big day.
Oh, we're hopping in. Things are going well. The pizza pub is filling up. I mean, really, what more complaints can you have? We're watching a bullshit team versus a bullshit team, but we're hoping our squares and bets hit. That's really the number one thing.
What
here
squares
today.
you got, Rizzo?
Oh, I got we do $100 squares here. So we got my numbers, I think, are 7 and 5. So we're hoping.
7
Ooh, that's
5.
pretty good.
Hey, so you get a 35-27. I mean, you're sitting very pretty.
And I want to emphasize that 35s with the Eagles. That's what we need.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Okay,
about even
okay,
maybe 15-7 with a 2-point conversion thrown in there. You never know when Don's octopus might come into play.
Yeah, that is very true.
But Rizzo, how you feeling? Obviously, I had to bring this up because I noticed that you are quite active in the Trainwreck Instagram mentions. Still, we have a post going back almost a month where people are still fighting about you over a take from over a month ago.
Oh yeah, it's funny. I was just reading that this morning, and it's. Listen, I want to point out to everyone out there, I watched the video. That still doesn't give me a legitimate explanation as to why that second half kickoff in the Houston playoff game wasn't ruled a touchdown. I'm gonna die on that hill. There was no legitimate explanation.
To catch up the live viewers, we're talking about the kickoff from the Bills-Texans second half over 5 years ago where the Texans returner did not make any official NFL signal, threw the ball to the ground, and somehow got it overruled. That's all that you pointed out, right, Riz?
That's all I pointed out is that I never got a legitimate explanation for that. And we're going 1,500 interactions based on this one.
That's crazy.
That's
That's crazy.
Seriously.
Isn't that what we pointed out though too in the post? Like, why are they coming after
Yes,
him?
no, it's just crazy. Like, Rizzo took a stand. And Rizzo's a frontline soldier, so we appreciate him doing that.
Yep,
Speaking
no
of
doubt.
frontline soldier, I know you obviously want your squares. Are there any other props that you're targeting for this game, Riz?
I mean, it'd be nice if my 12-leg parlay for $35 hit. That'd be a nice 12 grand in my pocket. So, but for the ones that are legitimate, I think the guaranteed ones, you gotta guarantee a Saquon rushing touchdown and a Jalen rushing touchdown. This might be the last game of the tush push, if whether or not they disband it or disbar it this offseason. So he's gonna want one more from up the butt. Let's put it that way.
Rizzo, obviously you got the shirt on that you guys are selling now. What are your thoughts on our guy Josh Allen, the promised one, just winning MVP?
It was a long time coming. Honestly, I think he had a legitimate chance in 2020. I got to give it, Aaron Rodgers had that great statistical season, but Josh put up just as good of numbers. And I got to say, Lamar had a great season as well. Last year, the script was flipped. Allen had the stats, but Lamar did what he needed to do for his team to win. And this year, that's exactly what happened. Josh did what he needed to do with, 0 all-pros out there. So our man Josh, he finally got recognized. And over here at Sports City, we're selling our MVP M17P for Josh Allen and recognizing what we all already knew.
Yeah, you got Josh pulling a solo performance. Meanwhile, Lamar Jackson's over there leading Ocean's 11 with the way that
Seriously,
or
or should we say Ocean's 8 for those 8 Pro Bowlers?
Of course, Ocean's 8 for the 8 Pro Bowlers. Rizzo, final score prediction?
Final score, I'm thinking we're doing a little bit of a throwback. 24 for the Eagles. But instead of a flashback to Super Bowl 50 where it's 24-10, we're going 24-14. Eagles over the Kansas City
Wow.
Chiefs.
So you're not even predicting your squares.
No,
Are you kidding me? So selfless. Where else do you get someone predicting for the good of the community, for the good of reality, these Chiefs losing by double digits? That would be outstanding.
That'd be awesome. I wouldn't complain. I'm not too sold on it, the Eagles.
By the way, we have a top loyalist coming into Sports City right now.
A what?
Sports City member 0001.
Oh, yes, there he is. The OG. We got a couple regulars here that we always do.
With that being said, I'm going to sign off.
Okay, it's almost like
He's got work to do.
it's almost like he has a bar to run during the Super Bowl.
I mean, some
good
nerve this guy has.
Go Bills, go Squares. Remember this train
Go
never
Bills,
stops.
go Squares.
Good seeing
This
you
train
guys.
never stops, and go Sports City. Let's go.
And this Sports City never stops, y'all.
Sports City.
Mike Riz, the original Rizzler. Give it up. He was the Rizzler before the Rizzler was a thing.
Also, a relatively new dad still. I know we're used to
Yeah.
it, but a new father in the game. So shout out Michael Rizzo as we get grinded out. We are under an hour until kickoff. We are actually just about 45 minutes. Slick, we're talking props with Rizzo. I know that you have some props. I know you have some bets. I want to kick it off with talk around one. Taylor Swift shown over under 10.5 times. I think this is the easiest bet of the day. Hammer the over and just don't worry about it.
Is that the official line? 10.5?
I believe so.
That's crazy. Yeah, I would say over. We got national anthem going on now. So we got the props are already starting. Don, you had to under on this, right?
No, I was gonna say there's
This
no way
isn't
this
the
is
national
anthem,
anthem.
bro. The game's like
Oh,
This is
like an
a
hour away.
pre-ceremony.
Yes,
This is a pre-ceremony.
God bless
No, 'cause
America.
we got John Baptiste singing the national anthem. I'm
My
still on
bad.
the over. I'm still on the over for that.
What's it at, Don? After the recordings, I saw about 120 seconds. That's pretty long.
Yeah,
that's
I mean, I'm not
That's
worried about
2
it though.
minutes.
He's been shown he loves going over, and he's gonna hold out that last note and get us there.
I don't get
Shady McCoy.
if you're a Super Bowl national anthem singer, that is your one chance to literally cash in for the rest of your life.
I mean,
Tell every family member, tell anyone you know, I am going over, and just keep singing. Just do not stop singing.
who the hell is punishing you?
Nobody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They,
Nobody's
generational wealth.
gonna get mad at John Baptiste.
they asked you to be
Guys,
there
you
and
hear-
sing the anthem.
Like, maybe I shouldn't say this because this might negate me from ever singing the national anthem if my music career really blows up. But the train will know. You guys will know.
Put some respect on the Gusto's 2023 Jazz Fusion Artist of the Year,
And
Donnie
Jazz
Fraunhofer.
Buffalo, yeah.
Come on.
You
Yeah,
won't
so I
know-
probably won't sing it. I'll have to like play it on guitar,
You
piano.
won't know, but there will be
but
signs.
you know what I would do to really throw, just so the gaming community doesn't come after me, I would go under and I would tell all you guys.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh, say can
We'd have to
you
do a live
see?
stream in that case, I feel like, and just
Well,
pretend we have
I
no
play
idea.
jazz, so I could do it real fast.
I don't know if you saw today on the gaming stream, I had my Utah Jazz shirt on for you.
There you go.
Yep.
Still got my Donovan Mitchell
They're
jersey that's been
acquiring
retired.
more picks in third-party
I know.
trades as we speak.
They are, yeah. It's well, the future's bright. Hey, never forget we had the COVID year where they covered 27 straight games.
Who did?
The Utah Jazz.
Oh yeah, that was something.
That was before they traded Donovan Mitchell. That year was nuts. They made it, I think, to they were first in the Western Conference or second, and they blew it. They blew it in the second
semis.
wrong. Yeah, they blew it in the second.
The second wrong.
Second wrong.
So I got a question for you guys, because obviously Super Bowl, biggest commercial point of the year. They're already starting to heat up. We saw McAfee with a bald cap on.
Can I tell you I got to tell you my grind my gears before you start on the commercials though. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's a question for you guys, actually.
Well, okay. I'm just gonna say it real quick because I want to get this take out there. It was good when it was the first couple times, but when every Super Bowl commercial just became a rehash of a scene from a movie or a TV show,
That's a great point.
that became kind of lame. That's all I'm going to say. It's like a sellout of an idea. We don't have an original idea, so let's just unite these characters. And let's leverage the 6 seasons of the show they did. Let's leverage the movie that they did as far as our commercials. So I think that's stupid. I think
Get
that's lame.
John
What do you got?
Travolta on the phone. I was just going to ask you what either of your favorite Super Bowl commercials that you can remember is.
I'm going to give credit where credit's due. I don't even remember what company it was, but it was 2 years ago, and it was some streaming service, and it just pulled up their menu and started scrolling their menu. And I think everybody at home was like, no, someone's sitting on the remote.
Yeah,
do you remember that?
I remember that
Yeah.
too.
Lauren, do you remember at Chelsea's when someone thought that
the
it was
smart
the
TV
smart
thing.
TV was going off because it was the commercial? All right, thanks a lot. That's why I bring her into the show. Shout out, Lauren. But yeah, that was my favorite one. I can't remember what
That's a good
company
one.
it was for.
I-
but you remember what I'm talking about.
I do, yeah.
I
'Cause I thought the same thing.
Yes.
I'm drawing a blank. I know Doritos brings the heat.
For sure.
They
Always.
always have a great one. So I'm looking forward to Doritos. There's been leaks of this Post Malone, Shane Gillis, Bud Light thing. Supposedly it's a bigger one, Bud Light commercial. And again,
You're a
Bud
big
Light,
Gillis guy. You're a big Gillis guy.
I'm a big Gillis guy. I got tickets. He's coming in May, and he's now the spokesperson or spokesman, if I can say that, of Bud Light.
Can I ask
so-
a question? Because I know you're a big Gillis guy, so this isn't like a standard. Is he still up and up? Is he cooling off a little bit, or is he at the top of his plateau? Because he was hotter than hot a couple months ago.
I think he's at the top. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
at the top,
at
yeah.
KeyBank Center.
He
Yeah,
does,
he
he
does
does
the
have the
biggest
But I'm saying
premium,
like our ticket costs like plateauing, like you're saying, are they going down? I'm not trying to poke a hole. I'm just asking you on the scale.
I got them at the day they came out, so at cost.
Gotcha.
I haven't looked at the secondary market. That's how much of a big. I will say, we saw him out, at College Game Day.
Yeah.
So
College Game Day was great.
Absolutely.
And calling
And
out Saban was
shitting on Nick
hysterical.
Saban.
And
Yeah.
again, we've been seeing the Bud Light has he was announced their spokesman a year ago, and just now the commercials are flooding in. And I actually listened to his podcast. He talked about how they trust him enough where he just got to do it with his team and kind of send them the footage and make them do what he wanted. So there's a great commercial where he's in the church before the Notre Dame game, praying to God for a win. And the whole joke is they're like, oh, you went to Notre Dame? It's like, no, but my uncle did, as a Notre Dame. So I don't know. That was apparently he just improvised that for 20, 30 minutes, and they picked the best parts. So I'm looking forward to that Bud Light commercial. But I want to get back to props for a minute, guys.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I looked, the octopus thing started at 14-1. Now it's down to 10-1. So it's been going down.
Okay, people, sharp money coming in, maybe, Don?
Maybe. I mean, people are betting. Now, here's another great one.
I know where you're going.
Scorigami.
Yeah.
Maniacs.
Yes.
Scorigami, 20-1.
It's
Think
not.
we could get a Scorigami?
I mean, it's worth a 21, especially with that these teams might be going for 2-point conversions. You never know when someone's going to run it out of the back of the end zone at the end of the game. There's going to be some crazy strategy with 2 points. anytime you throw a 2-point into anything, you get a scoregami potential big time. So I like it. I like it at 20-1.
It makes sense that those lines do move with each other for sure.
Should we talk coin toss too?
Yeah, I kind of brought this up on the gaming stream earlier. Maniac, not a coin toss guy from what I recall, but
I like to just have
I'm not.
some
It's
leverage
fun.
in the situation. I know it's fun. I know it's a gamble.
I don't usually take it, but I will say
It's as degenerate as it gets.
I
It
am
is.
notoriously a tails guy.
What's more degenerate, like betting on a coin toss, or just throwing like the same amount of bet on like the Taipei Dragons and like the KBO? You know
like
what I
a
mean?
team, like two teams you've never seen. No,
Yeah,
nothing
Arguably
about.
that.
Exactly.
I
just think there's more variables into the matchup when you play a 9-inning game versus like the coin toss.
Yeah,
factor.
but the coin toss. So if you're talking edge, you know you're not losing an edge. Like they're authentic odds, right? So if you're betting on teams you don't know, maybe someone knows something you don't. Players sitting out, players hurt or something. It's like roulette, black or red.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up as well.
There is
Yeah.
there's no edge for you. There's
Now-
no edge
oh,
for
no,
them.
No, it's a
no. The zeros, boys.
Oh, okay. No,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
So that
but-
would be
but
like
you
the
don't-
coin.
but you don't
That would be
have
like
it
the
on the
coin.
coin.
Yeah, but that would be like the coin landing on its side.
Yeah.
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 That's all I'm saying.
No.
Oh,
I mean, that is much
Yes,
more
yes.
unlikely than a
Coin
0
toss
or
is
0,
more
0.
fair. But here's the thing: are you getting the coin toss at plus 100, or are you getting it minus 115?
At the Creek, they're minus 103 for each. Actually, pretty great.
That's good.
that's about as
that's
good
a-
as it gets.
yeah,
That's a tiny vig.
I think I
That's-
saw DraftKings. It's plus 100.
And the
Just
coin
because
toss
I think
winner,
I think they want to get you
Yeah.
to just go
Yeah,
there
live
and do
boost.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
coin toss winner, you get the exact same odds. It looks like.
Oh yeah, winner is same. Yeah, and I mean I guess it's the same exact thing, but one extra
Yeah,
step.
for sure. But if you
With
if
someone
you want to
calling
go
it.
with the fact that Kansas City
All right.
has beaten us, on
Let's
the coin
see. Let's
toss
see
in
if
the
we
past.
do. Can we parlay those two though? Is the question.
No way.
Can we parlay the winner? No,
Yeah,
we can't. They won't.
Absolutely not.
Because if you could
You think the
say
Creek
heads
would let
and
you do that?
Eagles,
Come
yeah.
on, dude.
Wait, can we do Eagles to win coin toss, Eagles to win first half, Eagles to win game?
Let's do it.
Eagles coin, huh?
Because if they win
Coin
coin toss, they're
toss.
going to take the ball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then game is the
Well,
only
of
skeptical one.
course. But I'm just saying that way, like you're going to get one extra possession likely
Yeah.
in the first half, and then you're going to win the game.
All right, we're pulling it up.
Let's see if we can get it.
There's so many. Where are our halves?
By the way, shout out Dreamboat, shout out everyone grinding, shout out everyone grinding on the. By the way, I did give my girlfriend Lauren a little criticism earlier, and I gotta actually give her some credit because she was looking at betting options all day. She was registering for accounts. She was very excited, like that she had a bonus bet, and she wanted to make sure that if she didn't use it today, it would still be available.
Did you get a deposit bonus?
Yes.
Oh
no,
my
she
God.
didn't deposit. It's just like a free
So
bet. I think
she-
it was a registration bonus or something.
She's literally
Bet the
losing the
octopus.
virginity of
Bet
Oh,
realizing that you have
she's
$200.
so excited.
You have
And then
$200 to
she's
just
over
play
there on
with.
the couch today. She's over there on the couch today, and she just goes, "Oops, I accidentally put my bet in."
So
Yeah, and then you
Tail
get
is
to the point
old this
where
time.
yeah. The $200 that you just play with at
so
first is
the
just,
coin toss can't be parlayed. At least at the Creek, you might check it out.
It
on
also might be
FanDuel.
the first hat, or did you try all options?
No,
You can
but my
parlay
thinking
the
was that
first half and the result. Those are same game
Yeah.
options.
I'm telling you, they
but
won't let
not
you
the
do the
coin
coin toss
toss.
because you have an advantage in the
Yeah.
first half if you
Yeah.
win the coin toss.
So,
If you say so.
but talking about girlfriend's first bet, boys, the worst possible thing ever happened to me.
Okay.
So this was not this past Bill season, but the year before, same thing. Got Haley to sign up, got her, her free $50, and we built like a 6-legger. I'm like, let's put half this, $25. We win it easily. Like before the third quarter, $25 for like 600. So now she thinks it's that easy.
Yeah.
Like that is the worst thing that can happen as a bettor is you win your first like giant bet. Is now you think it's
my
that
example of that is I went to Vegas when I turned 21. I was 21 in like a week and a half. It was Labor Day after my birthday. Oh, is this Picasso's? Okay. Well, if you're not going to come to Sports City and get your delicious pizza and wings, go to Picasso's and order it anywhere across Western New York. Nice commercial on the Super Bowl. Go over to a roulette table. I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything. Craps. Didn't know anything about craps. My boy just goes, here's $50. I go, okay, I put 25 on black, and I put 25 on snake eyes. And literally, the guy rolled, and I'll never forget. It was like a 1 here, and the other one like rolled all the way in front of me, and it tilted over right in front of me on 1. Snake eyes, 30-1, $25, $7.50.
There
And
you
I'm like,
go.
it's that
Did you
easy.
leave the
It's
table?
like,
Yeah,
it's this.
I'm
no,
good
no.
at this.
I kept playing a little bit. I think I lost like $150. I'm like, I'm still up.
Well, at least
$5.50.
you didn't,
I
like,
gave.
fall
I,
right
by the
in
way,
the
I
trap.
gave my guy $100 right away. You know, like for the hit, like that
Yeah,
he gave me,
yeah.
obviously. Yeah, but like that's the perfect example, right? It's like it's too easy.
Yeah. It's
Someone's gonna hit a 50-1 tonight
for sure.
for the on their
Hopefully
first
it's
bet,
one
on
of
their
us.
first bet that they've ever made. No,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
That won't be me.
And that's why they get the betting market involved in all this shit, man.
For,
It's too
first
big
bet I've made this hour.
to this minute.
But we're pretty good here on the Sports City pregame show. Any final thoughts before we get to score predictions and thoughts on the game? We obviously have commercials. We were talking about some props. Do we think we get the Boom family in a commercial today?
Yeah,
I think it'd be silly
do.
not to.
I think so. They're already there. As
They
you
are
pointed out.
there.
You said it on the stream, and I was like, well, really, no. They probably don't get a camera shot.
Who
But
are-
a commercial is such a
Let
layup.
me ask this, and I'm sorry because I know I was asking you to cut it off. And I just like cut you off in the middle. Who are the 5 biggest internet entities right now? I think you got like your Kai Cenat, you got your iShow Speed. Who
Yeah.
are the 3? Who are the 3 besides them? I think the Boom family has
I mean,
to
are
be
we
in there.
are we just talking those people or just like larger? Because like I mean, you got Elon Musk, but
Yeah,
he's not going
Elon's
to be in
really
a commercial.
fair. Yeah, like
We
He's
can't
not
count
going to be in
that
a
right now.
commercial.
yeah, they have to be. I think the key for this one is they'd have to be marketable. You'd have to be able to put them in like a spokesperson.
Yeah, I mean,
situation.
his thing is like I'm marketable because I don't want to be marketable. Is like his weird brand. I will. Okay, you know what? I'll say this about the Boom family. I don't think they're in their own standalone commercial. I think it's one of those celebrity where there's like 10 people,
Well, I mean-
in
Oh,
where there's like
right.
where there's
Yes.
it's like they're one of a bunch of people. I
Is
don't.
that Gaga?
Yeah, that is Gaga.
I do.
That's
Oh!
Gaga and bourbon.
Oh
I
Gaga
do-
my
and
God!
bourbon.
I do
It's-
think-
how
to
important-
talking about people over the hill, I feel like the Boom family's over the hill. They start going to what?
No, they
Dude,
got no.
they betrayed Costco. They're going to Walmart and
They
stuff.
are?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I mean,
Bro,
to be honest,
'cause
I don't blame them.
Because
Yeah.
I was just gonna say the obvious answer for their commercial is like a
Wait,
Costco
when did this happen?
Oh,
This is clearly
Jake-
pre-recorded. But
Jake clocking in Costco fucked up if they didn't give those guys a bag.
That's
for
what I'm saying.
And
dog.
now
Costco
here's-
afford a Super Bowl commercial.
100%.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Now, here's what I would say is that you know what? If you're gonna get them in a group commercial or something like that, you're clearly not gonna have them do the full 30 seconds. I agree.
Yeah.
But maybe you have like something going on with fans or whatever, and someone's like booing, and they're like, and they just like come in and they're like, "Did you say boom?" Like, and they're like, "No, he
okay,
said
I
like
see.
boo." Like,
I think we're gonna
Well-
see an AEW collision commercial featuring Big Boom AJ.
Well, we
Shad
and
Khan's got
Talbot and
Shad
Talbot.
Khan's got it.
From
It's been
Shad
the talk
Khan's
of
got
the
it.
week.
He stole the show.
Yeah, he stole.
We
the
did
fucking
have
show.
the
Talbot. Yeah, where you at?
we did have the Rizzler too come out as a Chiefs fan.
I mean, that's
The
So
Rizzler coming out of the Tuesday.
does he count as the Boom Squad? I feel like
Yeah,
they
definitely.
kind of made an alliance. He had his own thing, and then they
Yeah,
No,
because
together.
the Boom Squad's kind of like D-Generation X, and he would definitely be the Shawn Michaels of the D-Generation X.
I'd put him more.
Big
as
Boom
like,
AJ is Triple H. Little AJ is X-Pac. The mom's China, and then the sister is the New
Daddy
Age Outlaws.
Ass?
The New Age Outlaws. Yeah, Daddy Ass and Road Dogg
Yeah, there you go.
for sure.
You remember?
Oh,
when-
actually, no. There, who's isn't there like a cousin? Isn't there like a cousin somebody who's always in the video too?
Yeah.
Like, he's a
oh,
fringe
yeah.
guy.
She's like.
He's
oh,
or
the guy.
It's,
oh,
a
okay.
fringe person. It's a
Because
fringe
there's another
person.
one that's like a chef personality, a girl.
Don, I'm really curious, and you might know because of music production, but when do you think they did this? It looks like it was dark out. It was clearly pre-recorded because Tom Brady's not on Bourbon Street right now, standing by like Lady Gaga on a thing, right?
And it's all first
no,
responders.
it's definitely. I mean, the majority of this is pre-recorded, and also, if you don't know this, nothing is done live at the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Anytime you see a band,
Not even
Um,
like the halftime.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The halftime thing, the national anthem is live. That's on a mic. The music isn't. The
Game?
band. So if you remember, back to when Red Hot Chili Peppers did the halftime, they said you can't do it live, and they're like, "What the fuck? That sucks." But they're also like, "How are we going to turn down a Super Bowl halftime. So if you watch the video back, their instruments aren't plugged in and they're kind of like showing it off and like being the Red Hot Chili Peppers about it, being like
hold
really
on, hold
jokey
on.
about it.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
telling me halftime shows aren't live?
No, they're
on a
live.
delay,
None
right?
of the music, well, everything's on a TV delay.
Well,
I'm saying
this is my question when I'm thinking about that, because I know there's no
None-
performances all the time.
none of the instruments, none of the tracks, none of the people you see playing instruments are playing them. The only thing that is live sometimes is vocals, but most of them also aren't. The Weeknd's vocals weren't live when he did it. That was all lip sync.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so,
saw
that
that,
makes
yeah.
perfect sense to my
That's
question.
what Kendrick will see. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say because Kendrick's not gonna be playing any instruments,
Dude,
and
Kendrick
and
better be
we're
rapping,
talking about,
dog.
and I was talking about Snoop Dogg and Dr.
They
Dre
were
when they had Eminem, they had Mary J. Blige, they had
had to
50
be
Cent.
rapping.
Well,
that was all vocals.
well,
that was all vocals.
Yeah, so I think they've changed to that, the hip hop and pre-recorded tracks, because that's also in the industry how you do it at concerts and clubs.
Is this
normal?
Why
live?
is
No.
Harry Connick
So-
Jr. famous?
Is this live right now?
Yes,
You remember when Road Dogg no-sold me?
he did.
Yeah, after the Sami Zayn show.
Oh yeah, he did. He did.
Well, I didn't even realize he was there.
That was literally at the end of 8.5 hours of
wrestling content. Yeah.
Guys, I did want to touch on this too, talking to halftime show. Is there anyone on the planet more down bad than Drake tonight?
No, I mean, he's
mean,
very nervous. Someone was
He just won a Grammy, and now he's about to be
Bro,
called a pedophile.
Bro, someone,
on the
someone
biggest
was saying,
stage of all
someone
time.
was teasing that like Kendrick had a surprise for tonight, and someone was saying they were gonna put Adonis above a vat of acid. It's just, like,
That's
ridiculous.
just like thinking that would be allowed is crazy. But
Well,
I would,
like,
bro, the
the internet's
biggest,
the internet.
the biggest insult to me about the whole thing is the whole way it started was in that song First Person Shooter where they're going, big as the Super Bowl, and then Kendrick's like, oh, big as the Super Bowl? I'm gonna just go and fucking do the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah.
And now, like you said, Don, he's about to call this dude a pedophile on stage in front of the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Kendrick, he won his most Grammys on a
Clean sweep.
on this. You know, he had Pimp a Butterfly and all this very like socially conscious hip hop, but apparently calling Drake a pedophile. Really?
I
So
mean,
everyone
here.
was singing along. Everyone's gonna be singing along in the stadium. Like,
it was over.
do you
for-
watch
was-
it as him, or
when
do
was-
you
No,
go
Drake's
outside?
on tour in Australia.
Oh, so he's not.
He
Yeah,
may
he's not
watch
watching.
It's already the Super Bowl's already over. It's already happened.
Yeah,
Like,
for
we're-
them, yeah.
But yeah, so
So let me call my cousin and let's get a line.
yeah, so literally, the funny thing about the Drake Kendrick, we'll put that wrap on this for the show. But I'm curious what you guys think. When did like Kendrick really win that? Because I think he released Not Like Us, and then the numbers were going nuts. But then Drake disputed the numbers,
And
there was some dispute about
Nah.
those. I'm saying that he won it at the Amazon show. When they did the Amazon stream live, and he did it like 6 straight times.
in LA.
Yeah.
Well, I think he like the nail in the coffin was. You remember Drake put out that lawsuit
Yeah.
against Universal Music, and it got like thrown out of court instantly.
Yeah, which is like basically
He was
his own
basically and
record.
Spotify. He was basically accusing like the only reason you got that many plays is it was artificial and you were propping him up, and it was found not to be true. And so I feel like that was the
Dude,
final.
Bro, when
I
you
don't
call
know.
somebody on a fact check and it gets rated as a fact, that's
And
tough.
that's what you guys
in the
remember-
podcasting world, it's like if we accused a giant page of buying subs and then
And
did it
also-
just makes us
remember
look
when Dan
so
Mitchell did that
salty.
to cover one?
Yeah, but we don't have the info. It hasn't
I
been
have
brought
no
to-
idea.
We got to take it to court to get the truth. There needs to be a subpoena. We
Do
need
you
the
also
information
remember
on
when
this.
Drake came out and was like, "Oh yeah, me and my team like told Kendrick's team all that fake shit just so they would like believe it and rap about
Yes,
it."
yes.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
That was great.
You guys are
But
giving it
never
more time.
forget,
I think he damn near Kendrick won when Euphoria got released. Not Like Us. I was listening to that again the other day. That song he fucking cooked Drake. He's like, just go and listen again. Great song. What were you gonna say?
I think that was it. Well, the funniest thing was that, like, with those concerns, like Drake was saying that he fed him info, he never said like, "I'm not a pedophile."
Yeah.
That was always the thing that everyone always pointed out. He went and discounted everything,
I
but he
expected
was
you
never
to say
like
that.
the first thing like you would
Didn't
think
he
would
say,
be like, "By the way, I'm not a
I
pedophile."
anticipated you to say that Epstein shit or
Yes,
something.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
like-
yes, of course.
You know, I meant to mention this, and we can sign off after this.
No, you're good. Let's
Commercials.
start with you on score prediction after.
Okay, so I'm going to say, I meant to say this at commercials. You know who I think is going to make a cameo that is
Who?
huge in internet is Drewski.
Mm.
I think Drewski's
I
gonna
think
be
he
in
already
the
I would
did.
say,
I think
dude,
he already
bro,
did.
I would say Drewski tonight over under 2.5 appearances.
Yeah,
for
he
sure.
was already in a
I feel like he's definitely in a suit. Honestly, more than Kai Sinat.
Anyone have any thoughts on the game and want to jump on?
We got some Eagles fans behind us, folks.
We got it.
They're saying "Go Birds" are getting
A lot
rowdy.
of go birds. A lot
But
of
yeah,
go birds.
I'd say Drewski is bigger than Kai Sinat in terms of mainstream marketability. But you know, let's sign off on final score predictions.
Let's lock it
These
in.
Eagles fans behind us, they're getting annoyed.
They're throwing me
you know.
off. They're throwing me
Yeah.
off. Well, they're not annoyed. They're interested in the stream. They have questions. I'm trying to ask them questions. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, it's always a fun time here at
All I know is
Sports
Literally
Well,
a amazing time.
We'll
We'll see what
every
happens.
minute. Almost all these tables are full. I think we got some bar spots. If you're not anywhere for the game yet, get here.
Don, do you know who Harry Connick Jr.
Who
is?
the fuck
I do.
is this guy?
What is his thing?
So he started out as like a New Orleans like jazz guy, and he's a pianist.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
he's kind of like, but he sings too. He's kind of like John Baptiste, so like kind of rose to prominence
I don't
from
know that guy either.
Okay, but my only thinking, and I was like, how the hell is he doing the Super Bowl spot right now? But you're saying if this was anywhere but New Orleans, he wouldn't be there right
probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. He's but too there. I mean, I recognize a bunch of guys. I see the trumpeter behind him. I recognize. But final score predictions. You know, I think I might be a fucking sucker.
Uh-oh.
But I think it's going to be the Eagles. Anytime you bet against the Chiefs, you feel like a fucking sucker.
The Chiefs. I was saying it's like the Chiefs are 23-1 in their last 24 games. They played playoffs and everything.
Exactly.
And so the fact that they're a pick 'em tonight is pretty telling.
Yeah, and I feel like it's going to bite me in the ass because there's going to be a moment where Nick Sirianni is going to do some dumb shit, just get out coached by Reed. But I'm going with the fucking Eagles, 31-27. Let's go.
Wow, that's huge. And that would give Rizzo a little moolah on the squares. Maniac, what do you have?
I'm right on Don's pace. I just think there's going to be a little bit less points. I think we're looking at Saquon about 120 yards. Wait, that's not the Queen, is it? No, that's not Haley Steinfeld on the TV. With that said, I got Eagles, 26. Chiefs, 17.
So that's potential for the Octopus. And my final
Big time.
score as well is going to get potential for the Octopus. But I'm going against the grain. I can't go with you guys. I just don't see the Eagles being able to do this even in the rematch. I'm going 29-27 Kansas City Chiefs.
Uh-oh, Don's plugging scoregamis to see what it would take
Yeah.
right now.
I'm seeing if 26-17 would be one. It wouldn't be one.
26-17 definitely had to have happened before because it's 2 touchdowns and 4
Yeah.
field
That was
goals.
what you said?
Yeah, but in the Super Bowl,
No, that's
definitely-
happening. Oh,
Is the scoregami odds overall scoregami?
I think
Probably,
so. I don't
okay,
think it's
okay.
just the Super Bowl. So.
Okay, it's got it.
Oh my God, they got a chart.
Yeah, love
Yeah,
it.
here we go. Here's let's say this.
Yeah,
this,
give us a normal
let's say
scoregami.
the most likely scoregami could be 25-18.
Okay, let's get them. Let's
Yeah.
get them.
Yeah,
We got
get
an
'em
Eagles
over
fan.
We're
That's what
not
we're
ending
looking
the
for.
stream. We got
Yeah,
some
get 'em
Eagles
over here,
fans.
get 'em
Let's
over
Let's
go.
go. Let's get an Eagles fan to ride us off into the
Yeah,
sunset. Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
Let's go.
That or oh man, wait,
Now,
it can't
now, like
end.
these fake Eagles fans behind us.
Can't.
Yeah, deadass.
Seriously.
Here's the
Oh, you want
here's-
to come on?
here's
Oh,
the two
no,
scores
you
I
guys are
like
doing
best.
great.
We got 22-32 and 25-18.
25-18. That's right near me. 26.
Yeah.
I had 26-19.
Yeah. So that's a
I don't think they're
2-point
gonna
miss
hop
or
on.
a
I don't think they
2-point
wanna
make.
hop on. It's okay. Eagles fans are scared. That's not a good sign.
3 touchdowns and a 2-pointer with a field goal gets you to 25.
Yeah. Let me just tell you, Bills fans, if we're in the Super Bowl, I'm hopping on every motherfucking
Oh my God! I'm
stream.
yelling at every.
I'm not
camera
being
I see.
afraid. I'm
Are you
not
serious?
being nervous. I'm I think that they need to We need to get a couple drinks in them. Do
Yeah,
we,
wait, what do we got?
we-
Is he
we
coming
got
on?
any guys? Do we got anybody?
They're scared.
We got
No
one guy?
go. It's a
He's scared.
no-go. It's a no-go. All right, well, it looks like Tony
Oh.
Gonzalez is in over there. You see that
All
guy?
right, Eagles fans.
You
Wow.
know what I'm
See,
talking about.
didn't
Anyways,
I say this on
Yeah,
Train
that's real. By the way, that's really bad that we all predicted the Eagles and we're like, let's get like an Eagles guy.
I said
No.
Chiefs.
Oh, you said Chiefs, and I'm like, let's get an Eagles guy in here to throw us off. He's like, nah, that's
Didn't
pretty
I-
bad.
didn't
I
luck.
just said that's not a
Yeah,
good
it's
sign
a
for
really,
you guys.
really bad look.
The Eagles
Like,
fans are scared.
probably,
They're
I don't
scared.
know if there could be a worse look besides like the Chiefs. The Eagles fan like just threw up. That's why he can't
Well,
come on.
Didn't I say this on Trainwreck
Hey, but
tonight?
Josh
On
Allen
Monday,
knows
I
something before
said they in their own house, they're the most boldest motherfuckers ever. You get them out, anywhere else, and all of a sudden they're shy. I don't get it, but we're going with the Eagles anyway. Slick, your pick?
He got the
I
Chiefs.
said Chiefs
Oh, yeah.
29.
we got an
right.
Eagle. We got an Eagles
Eagles
sandwich.
27.
All
Yep.
right.
With that said, thank you very much. It's a numbers game. Thank you for tuning in to the Sports City pregame show. Huge shout out to Dreamboat Don on the ones and twos. No shout out to the Eagles fans behind us who are apparently worried and scared. But with that said, no reason to be scared to get into Sports City, enjoying your Super Bowl night, and having a good night now.